What is going on, folks? Will Turbid. My voice gets more angelic every time I do that. Fake Mike! Real news. What's going on, guys? Share this video. We're here joined once again, Daily Dose of Gematria. My boy, Richard Quinn. Met this dude and all of the great Gematria people thanks to Zach, Hubbard, and right, the Matrix 20 out in OKC. And we had some unfinished business. Our stream stopped abruptly. We had some problems last time. But this time, we're here, we're live, and we got blunts. So let's get this sucker started. Before we do, Rich, give people, we got Disambiguation 144. We got my boy, Tennessee Lee. You know what, Tennessee Lee? We might be coming down to Tennessee Lee. Lori's in the house. Yeah, right, the Matrix 20. Coffee Girl. Watchdog. Richard, for anybody that didn't happen to see our video the other day, please give people a little bit of background about yourself and what we'll be getting into today, because this is pretty interesting stuff here.
Yeah, well, sorry, I just took a huge hit. Last time we covered Super Bowl 49 and Super Bowl 51. Those are real easy to memorize, and you've seen the date was synced with the Super Bowl and the amount of playoff wins Tom Brady's won in his career. So when you take just those two things right there, it's clear to see that football's scripted and there's predetermined outcomes. People always have a million questions like, is the whole team in on it, or how could they pull this off, or somebody would squeal. I mean, guys, you know, when you go back to the video and you see why Marshawn Lynch didn't run the ball, they could play the whole game out all the way to the end, and then they just perform.
So tell people about this again. What is it? What's the? Is it like 2nd and 1 or something? And they're on the 1 yard line. The 1 yard line.
You run 1 yard, you run 3 feet, you win the Super Bowl, and you got 3 chances to do it, and you have the baddest running back.
3 chances with the best running back. I'm no football expert, but I know. Yeah. But I know.
Well, Marshawn Lynch's nickname is Beast Mode. So,
yeah, I mean, my skinny ass could crawl under those guys. Give me 3 chances. Give me 3 chances. I'll get a yard. Okay.
So, when you look further, Will, 2nd down and 1, that looks like the number 21. Russell Wilson drops back on the 1 yard line and throws the ball straight to Malcolm Butler, the defender, and it was his 21st pass attempt of the game. And Malcolm Butler happens to wear the number 21. And when he fell to the ground, there were 21 seconds rolling off the clock. And the Patriots won. Tom Brady got his 21st career playoff win on February 1st, or 2/1. I mean, it's an open and shut case. I mean, when you really just stop and think about that, any moron could grasp that. So once you grasp that, let's look at everything else.
So we're going to start looking at everything else. In full disclosure here, guys, as you guys know, sometimes people will say, oh, Will's this, Will's that, Will's this. I'm a dude. I'm a dude. That's what I am. I'm a dude, okay? I never have claimed to be a journalist. I've never claimed to have any of this figured out. I just know that bad things are happening, and it's our duty to do things non-violently to change them. So I'm new to Gematria. I'm new to all this. And I'll tell you what, there are some pretty weird things. When you first hear this, and I'm just going to give this as a buffer to anybody, and then we can get into this, a lot of people's minds will turn off when they see too many numbers. And that's programming from the schools, too. They don't want you to be involved in numbers. Hey, you're getting too smart, kid. Leave that to us. They want you. But numbers is the language of the universe. This has been used in ancient Hebrew mysticism. It's been used in ancient Greeks. This is something that Manly P. Hall has talked about. And when you do come across these things, you do find some rather interesting coincidences. Are they more? And so we're going to look at that today. I want you guys to tell us what you think here in the chat. And I appreciate Richard again for joining us. Richard's an awesome dude, man. Like, I wish we had more people like Richard out there, dude, because he's really, he's one of those people that not only is he out there telling you how it is, he's out there pounding pavement mad hard, but he's also very supportive, and he's helping his people out and helping the information get out there. We need 1,000 more people
I'm trying to, Will, if I could interject there, I'm trying to take the group of people I have and make us like a baseball team, so we all do the same things. Our approach is the same. We're showing the public the same things. And that's the key. And speaking of Gematria, we just went over the Super Bowl 49 riddle. You probably almost have it memorized yourself by now. How much Gematria did we show in that riddle? Or
Not
ritual?
much. That's a
We'll
good
call
point.
it nothing. We showed none. So it's not always, as I've said, it's not always Gematria.
And we know that, and anybody that's familiar with my channel, you guys know that they definitely speak in symbols and codes. We know that.
Numbers. Yeah, it's
and
so.
Numbers
Yeah.
is just another version of that.
Gematria is just part of this. Yeah, the overall thing we're really showing is the deception, and you'll just learn some Gematria along the way. It's how these people. It's what they use. It's what they do.
And
I appreciate your kind words as well, sir.
Yeah, and these guys have opened my eyes up to things that I'd never considered before. So it's always cool to be a dude with an open yet skeptical mind. So where do you want to start off? Super Bowl 52?
Yeah, it's the only. I think it's the only sports one. Well, besides Kobe, we have on the menu
and then
today.
We're going to be getting into this. Nobody say this on the chat, but we're going to be getting into my sandy elbows. All right, we'll get into that.
Sandy elbows, yes.
So let's get right to this post. We'll pull it up and let's read this out loud. Now, this is something, even if you're not a sports fan, you'll probably remember. All right, so let me read this here. You guys all know Colin Kaepernick.
Well, before you read it, maybe sometimes I just spoke in my own words in the first paragraph. Maybe skim through for a minute and just get to the part where it says Colin Kaepernick kneeled on August 26th. That way it saves you a bunch of reading that you don't have to read.
You know what? I want to read it anyways. Because I want people to, at least because I scanned this first paragraph already. And I think this first paragraph is a good primer for people that may not be aware. If there's anybody that's not aware of Colin Kaepernick, there may be some people. Good for you if you're not aware. Good for you. So Super Bowl 52, the kneeling ritual Colin Kaepernick, also known as the 239 riddle, #rich. The season started out with Colin Kaepernick and other players taking a knee during the national anthem. Kaepernick started kneeling on August 26th. That's the 239th day of the year with help of a leap year. The public was very divided here as planned. Some people were okay with it while others were going to boycott the league. People were up in arms, but we saw it for what it was, another ritual. Police brutality does happen on small scales and it's not okay. I would say maybe a little more than small scales, and it's definitely not okay. I would agree there. However,
read my next couple sentences.
And this is where I'm going to agree with you too. However, some of these mainstream stories are staged, and I totally agree with that too. And also, just to double down on that, some of these mainstream stories, they'll take something that's staged or a bad example when there's plenty worse examples, so people can get on the side. Well, this guy did this bad in the past too. So yeah,
it's all to divide us and make the public upset.
Exactly. And as we always say here on this channel, if you've been following me for a long time, you know that I used to try to just spit facts at people. And this is something that, we should get over to Zach. I actually told this to Zach too. This should be in the head of every truther or any person that's trying to get out there, spit information. There have been several different studies to show this. People do not make decisions based on logic or fact overwhelmingly. They make it on emotion. So when they keep us outraged or in fear or, scared or terror level or the cootie levels high, that's all.
And not only that, then they've created the problem, so now they can come in and provide the solution as well. But
that's
we're
exactly right.
We're always going to be behind the 8 ball as long as there's a ritualistic government in charge with long ongoing agendas.
That's right. They will ready make the solution that they wanted in the first place, but in order to get that solution, they will manufacture some type of fear or outrage. And anybody that's not aware, go check into the Hegelian dialectic. because that's what we're seeing happening, ritually or otherwise, from the government for a very long time. At least our government and many other governments across the world, all
And
are inherently.
back to earlier, just in case there's people watching that may have gotten their feelings hurt. When I say police brutality happens on small scales, those small scale stories are actually large. It's just when they're faking one, that's way worse because now they're staging it all and waging it against us. So it's on a small scale, some guy in my town gets bullied by the police. Yeah, I think that's a huge problem. I want to make that clear.
Oh yeah,
If it's real, I'm against it. If it's fake, I'm against it.
Yes, I agree. Okay, we're in agreement. So yeah, and this is what these people do. So, however, some of these mainstream stories are staged. The government likes to keep their finger on the pulse of racism to keep the hate and division alive. Government goes by order out of chaos or divide and conquer. The people starring in this theatrical puppet show were Trump, Kaepernick, Nick Foles, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the New England Patriots. Trump took office when the nation was 239 years old. Trump happens to share the same birthday as the flag, which is June 14th. Also just another coincidence, I'm sure. Most of the world writes that 14/6. In Gematria, Colin Kaepernick equals 146. I believe if you're born and bred to be like Trump, you can make your birthday be any day you want. That is how you're able to contrive these rituals, right? Because, well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. I want to get into this here. While kneeling was going on, a meaningless article came out that Trump had been working out and was down to 239 pounds.
Yeah, that was just out there as all this was forming. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something we saw. A few people from Gematria Effect News, when they put he's got Trump's photo, he's smiling, and then the caption says he's been working out and he's down to 239 pounds. So it's a form of predictive programming for what's to come as well.
Yeah, and you don't need Gematria to realize that Trump was a terrible puppet and a liar and maybe even worse than Joe Biden himself. The only reason I wouldn't say definitely worse than Joe Biden himself is because Joe Biden himself openly gropes on women and children in front of people. Trump does too, but not to that degree.
You know what? You know what? What did we talk about before the show? Even that could be part of theatrics and stuff, man.
Well, if that's part of the theatrics, letting your kid get growth on, well, you know what? I want to find out. I mean, some of the parents were right there watching this happen. And to me, I'm not a violent person.
I need to see those videos to know for myself.
I will be the contrarian because I always keep an open but skeptical mind here. These could be deep fakes. You know what I'm saying? And they've let us know now that they have deep fakes. What have they been having for a long time?
It's almost like you take celebrity and politicians and stuff. It's almost like every year everything's getting more evil, and they show a little more, and it's got us wondering, well, how can this be fake or theater if these people are doing it on camera? And it's like, well, I just wonder how evil the satanic is satanic, right?
Well, yeah, and I just want to say two shout outs to, first of all, right? No Gematria used here. Trump, Clinton, Biden, Dr. Fauci. What do those people have in common? Anybody in the chat? Anybody? Oh yeah, they're Jesuits, right? Let's put these people up in Frank Royce. I don't worry about sports. Actually, I stopped watching sports because sports is a divide and conquer. And I'm hoping that people like you, Frank, I'm hoping that old angry boss, Phoenix Red Light District Mayor, I'm hoping that people like you guys will share this video, because this is why me and Richard do the videos, is because we are trying to show that regardless of whichever way you look at it, whether it be stone cold facts, whether it be symbolism, whether it be Gematria, whether it be the shit that comes out of their own mouths, right? The stuff that they actually say out of their own damn mouths. these elite have been controlling us and subverting our rights. And then you've got, meanwhile, the Roman bread and circus, right? That's been trotted out here to keep us as divergent. So we make these videos in hopes that, yeah, we know Cody English, we know Christopher Lack. By the way, shout out to Christopher. He is such an amazing, great dude, man. I'm very happy I met Christopher too, and all my new friends from Oklahoma City. Chris is a particularly good dude. I love him. The reason we're doing this is that hopefully Frank, we get this video to somebody that still watches sports, right? And maybe then they go back and watch my other interviews where I interview a sports journalist named Brian Toohey, who used to be a journalist, and then he's proved that with no Gematria, he went through FBI documents to prove that sports is rigged. Yeah, the mafia and other people are still involved. And who's the mafia connected to? I don't know who we're just talking about, right? So this is
I'm sick of watching my friends just think the football game's so cool when I see that it's synced with the next fake mass shooting.
I mean, what's cool about a bunch of?
I mean, how can you not see it's rigged anyway? I mean, you watch the defense on a football game, allowing the plays to develop.
That's what I was going to talk to you about, Richard, last time. That's what I was going to tell you, dog, is because it was the Super Bowl, and I think it was when they had the crazy catch. I think it was Odell Beckham. It was the last sporting event that I ever watched as a fan.
Trying to think of what's near. Oh yeah, the New York Giants. Yeah,
Patriots versus the Giants, right?
Yeah.
And if I recall correctly, the Patriots were undefeated that season. The entire season, and they were rivaling the 72 Dolphins that ever did that. News Now Fort Worth, welcome, and thank you for sharing. So, as I was starting to say back, if we were watching our other video, this is the reason that I knew conclusively that sports was more than just bread and circus, and I could focus on doing other things. But I knew that it was also rigged, because I would go back and watch all the old NFL games. I was a nerd. I told you I used to buy the almanacs. I was super obsessed. I used to coach freaking football at the boys club, flag football. I used to coach basketball, play basketball.
That's real sports, what you were doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still good to raise the kiddos.
No, it's great. I grew up on sports. That's why I'm offended by this.
Yeah, that's why I'm offended too, because you see the kids going out there and you think it's so. Anyways, I'd watch. I consider honestly, even when I was 11 years old, I used to watch football with my family, and I would say what the announcer was going to say before the announcer. I would call, oh, that's a holding call. Da, da, da. My aunt, when I was 10, 11, she sent me away and something to be announcer for a day, da, 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 because I knew my shit. So I'm watching the Patriots dominate like I've never seen before. Anybody that didn't watch football at that time, the Patriots offensive line was hands down the best offensive line in the history of football. Nobody ever came close. And then I'm watching them that day, and then the Giants are getting to Brady every single play. The game wouldn't have even been close if they even played at 1/10 of their strength. And then I'm like, all right, come on. These guys were bullying everybody the entire season, and now they're just letting people get through? No. And we all know
when you really just look at it. You know what I mean, and just watch. You can see just how rigged it is just by watching.
And then we've had it admitted too. So this is also, we've had it come out in boxing many times that boxing's rigged. The 1988 UNLV Running Rebels college basketball season, the 1929 Chicago Black Sox scandal, that World Series is taken away from them.
Why would they have a scandal like the team cheated, Will? What do you think I would say to that?
Oh, you know what? Your question brought up somebody in my mind, and that was Pete Rose. And I was gonna speculate. Hey, maybe Pete Rose.
He's in on it, bro. Yeah, I don't have nothing against Pete Rose, but I'd have some questions for him too. I believe this is I can't prove it. The reason they say Tom Brady cheated with Deflategate and Spygate and every other gate there was, and the reason maybe the Black Sox scandal, and maybe the reason they had Pete Rose cheated or gambled or whatever, they put that stuff out there so that people think the sport itself is real and not all rigged and predetermined. It's
self-regulating, and also my conspiratorial mind thinks, oh, maybe these guys thought they were gonna get one over on. Maybe Pete Rose is actually a good guy and was going to start saying some stuff, or maybe Pete Rose was like, all right, let me get a cut of my own. You know what I'm saying? And then and it's also to self-regulate. To look at us, huh? Someone tried to cheat, and we're above that. We're going to punish you.
You know what? I haven't, done any research or looked at Pete Rose, but I just use Tom Brady. I mean, as the example. There's no, okay, they're telling me Tom Brady cheated and deflated the footballs. They're telling me that Tom Brady cheated and they had video of the other team's practice and they called that Spygate. I also have caught them now performing rituals at the game, and I know it's all rigged. So with that being said, if something is all rigged, but then they have Tom Brady cheating, the only answer is that they literally put out that Tom Brady's cheating so that people think the sport is real. I mean, I can't, it's like period after that. You know what I mean? So that tells me that they literally tell us that Tom Brady's cheating in order to hold the legitimacy of the sport itself. And that's the message that I send.
And that's part of the reason too that they. We'll get back to this after I make this point, or if you have anything else you want to add to this too. But I'm liking this flow here.
We have a lot of 239s ahead of us here in this
program. All right, so let me just say this, right? And part of the reason they build these certain people and storylines up is for ratings and advertising, right? Because if we can control the outcome of a game, and let's just say me and Richard and the chat, we're all. By the way, I smoke more Phillies than Pete Rose. But if we was all together and we were like, all right, how are we going to rig this game, right? We want to make the most advertising money, don't we, right? And we want to capture as much people attention. We want to get the highest ratings. We get the most money.
You're right.
So let's just say, all right. So let's say we're doing the NBA Finals, right? And would we pick? Let's see, the Memphis Grizzlies and what's another small market team? The Milwaukee Bucks to face one another?
No, well, they're probably gonna they won the NBA championship last year. They're not small market.
Who?
They make all the teams good these days because then they can manipulate the betting each day. But yeah, it's like hard to find a small market.
What I'm trying to say is that's just part of it, right? And so the other part of it is instead of having a 4-0 sweep, you're going to want to drag it out to a game 7, game 6, game 7, right? And part of it is sometimes it will be a small market, but it will be a part of a storyline. And that storyline is a player because people used to love basketball back when Jordan was playing, but then when Jordan retired, it was like The Office with no Michael Scott. Everybody stopped watching it, right? So they were like, all right, we need a new superstar. So even though Cleveland's not a huge market per se, they were like, all right, it's the Cavaliers. And we're going to –
James. And Hubbard covers that. Hubbard covers that real well. He exposes that real well.
So let's get back to these 239s because I'm ranting and I'm raving here. But this is good.
So far, he kneeled on August 26th, and with leap year, that was the 239th day of the year. And we have Trump taking presidency when in 2016, the flag was 239 years old at the time. Go ahead.
And then while kneeling was going on, a meaningless article came out that Trump had been working out and was down to 239 pounds. Mockery by the numbers. He then attacked the NFL on kneeling on September 23rd. Most of the world writes that as 23-9. 239 is the 52nd prime number, and we're in the year of Super Bowl 52. The flag was sewn at 239 Arch Street, Philadelphia. And Arch, you guys will know that the Royal Arch degree is a degree within Freemasonry. And Philadelphia is one of the most Masonic cities. We'll get into that. We've gotten to that.
That's what this is all in tribute to, 239 Arch Street.
Interesting. So we're going to pull up. I'm going to pull up 239 Arch Street, and we're going to look at that later. So stay tuned. I want to see what that looks like, but I don't want to change the
learned in second grade the flag was sewn at 239 Arch Street. Then you got Trump, who shares the flag's birthday, just happens to become president when the flag's 239 years old. He happens to attack the NFL on September 23rd or 23/9. I mean, you know,
Oh, so that's the bet. It's the Betsy Ross house. That's where it's located. It's a tiny, tiny. I can't wait to show you guys this. It's cool. I've never seen it. Interesting. All right. So Nick Foles. So 239 Arch Street, Philadelphia. Nick Foles, the winning quarterback for Philly. Initials are N14F equals 6, 146.
Did you skip down? Did I say that next? Because usually I get into go ahead. Maybe I typed it different that time.
Yeah, and it says, and Trump's birthday and Kaepernick's Gematria of his name. No surprise at all. This year's Super Bowl was the only two flag teams. In a narrative about the flag. I hope. Yeah,
well, not to cut you off. Let's rewind back for a minute, and if you want, I'll just explain that Nick Foles initials because we missed something there somehow. And it's real easy. Colin Kaepernick, when you type that into the calculator, his name equals 146. Trump's birthday and the flag's birthday is June 14th, which is written 14/6, like 146. And then when you look at Nick Foles' initials, the winning QB for Philly, ends the 14th letter, F is the 6th, for another 146. So I find that with the 239s, and as you'll read at the end, I summarize all the 239s in one paragraph. So then it's real easy for people to see.
All right. So, okay. So, to put this together, what are the odds Trump's presidency begins in the nation's 239th year and Kaepernick begins kneeling on the 239th day of the year? The flag was sewn at 239 Arch Street. Then we get an article that Trump is down to 239 pounds, and for no reason he attacks the NFL on 239 specifically, and 239 is the 52nd prime number for the year of Super Bowl 52, and both teams with flag logos appear in the Super Bowl.
Eagles are associated with the flag. Patriots are associated with the flag. Think of any other team in the NFL associated with, you know, the flag. I mean, besides just, I mean, I get it. Washington itself has a team, but they've been.
What's Washington's new team? Okay,
they've been involved in riddles too. So I mean,
so Washington's got the new team name, and it's interesting too because aren't they the Commanders?
Yeah, yeah.
And isn't that the name of Joe Biden's dog, Commander?
You know, I don't know that, but
I'm going to look that up right now.
We couldn't be surprised.
Interesting. So 239 Arch Street. This is, and that just goes to tell you, look how tiny that house is. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it makes sense back in that.
Wow, look at this nice apartment right across the street from this. Jeez, that's nice. Little stacking shack or whatever the hell. Yeah, right. The Matrix called. Oh, and look at this. What's this right here? You got some columns here. Some Masonic columns.
Will, random question. While you're pulling stuff up, have you ever heard Zach's call to the NFL?
No.
The 5-minute clip. This is when I first found his work. Like, I mean, maybe I found it a year or two before this. If you haven't listened to the Zach's call to the NFL, you need to. Seriously.
All right, can you send that to me after we do this so I can watch that?
Yeah, I mean, everybody was going to want to watch it. It's not only hilarious, but he exposes them.
I would put it up. I just don't.
It's one of my links that I sent you. It's all.
Okay, I just can't play anybody's stuff on YouTube. I just can't do it. Even if it's like my best friend, I don't do it. I'm gonna start going live on D Live. I mean,
Well, it's Zach's video from his channel. He doesn't care if it's shared.
Yeah, I don't think he does. You're right. But
yeah, I mean, oh no, I know for a 1,000,000%. Okay. I've been sharing this video for 5 years. And I think it's
I'm real hesitant. It's not has nothing to do with anybody. I'm just gonna be honest with everybody while I'm live.
okay.
Like there
I get it. That's your I get it.
No, what it is like and
You
I
can't
feel
get
bad.
copyrighted for this.
It's not even that. I feel bad. I feel bad even having to do this and making this my policy. Like there's a few things that I changed over the years. One was first I used to let like haters and trolls stay on my channel mad long, and I would never block anybody. And then when my first channel got deleted, I'm like, you know what? F that. I'm not gonna let these people flag my videos and spread lies about me. Like whatever, I don't care. And then I was like, I should just let them do that, right? Whatever. I don't know, but I want the information to get out there. So that's what it is. You got to get the information out there. You know what I'm saying? I can sacrifice that for that. Another thing was too, there'll be people send me videos. Oh, Will, can you share this video? Oh, Will, check this video out. Will, can you play this video? You know what?
Well, their videos don't
I'm
stack up to this. And I can say this, if Zach watches this video and he's seen his phone call to the NFL get aired on here, I know he'd be 1,000,000% happy about that. I am Gematria Effect News too, brother. I wear this shirt. I don't speak falsely on what's going on at all. You know what I mean? He'd be thrilled that when people hear a call, this 5-minute call, bro, is gold.
All right, so stay tuned, guys. So stay tuned, and we're gonna play that 5-minute call at the end of the stream here.
Nice,
nice. We got some more spicy stuff to get into. Now, I don't want if you guys can please do me a favor and not say the last part here. Sorry.
What was it again? What are we going with? Sandy Spoons?
I don't even know. I'm just gonna freestyle it, but you guys know Sandy Bottom. Okay, Sandy Bottom. That's where.
Hey, Will, I'm gonna go off the camera, but I'm gonna be listening. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, but I'm still right here.
It'll take me a couple minutes to read this anyways, and it'll give me some
guys really pay attention to what Will's saying here and listen for the numbers and ask yourself the odds.
All right, guys. If you're just joining, share the video. We got links to Richard's work and a whole bunch of stuff.
It's Zach's work, brother. I just copied it and typed it all out.
Well, I appreciate you doing that, man. That synthesizing people's work is work in and of itself. So that's what I do. I just synthesize other people's work, and then I just take it to the streets myself and just try to. Johnny Truth, don't say it, Johnny Truth. You are such a bad boy, Johnny. You're such a rebel. Cheese and crackers. Sandy Bottoms. Sandy Bottoms. All right. Johnny's so funny. It was a little rabble rouser.
Can I type into the chat here that I'm looking at or no?
Yes. So you'll see there's comments and you can type into that and that will reach everybody.
If you I don't see anywhere. I don't see anywhere to start typing. That's weird.
That is weird.
I just see I see all their comments. I'm trying to read a couple while you're presenting this.
You might have to scroll down. And then it should be at the very bottom, and you should see your logo on the left. Oh, we lost Richard, so hang tight 1 second there. We'll get him back on. In the meantime, I will read the story about Sandy Bottom. Oh, we got him back already.
Yeah.
All right.
Somehow I went out. It's all good, man.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna start reading this, and then we'll figure out if we can get your comments working there. All right. Do you think Sandy Bottom was a real? I'm going to show you how it wasn't. Part of ongoing agenda to take our rights away. I wonder if we're being careful about this one, guys. Sorry. Was no more than a computer-generated person. People are a bunch of frauds, and that's exactly what we're going to show you here. Don't forget, in these suspicious shootings or murders, there's a site called People Who Don't Exist. Every time you refresh the screen, you'll see endless pictures of people who do not exist. We suspect this is what they use for their propaganda stories. #rich. Sandy was compared to Dunblane It changed the United Kingdom's gun laws, which supposedly happened to first graders. Dunblane happened March 13th, 1996. Yeah, I never even heard of this though. Whatever you guys want to make Gematria, I'm still kind of deep and sticking my toe and learning about this every day.
Well, one thing is you can take my word.
I don't know.
You can take my word for it that I verified all these facts. Dunblane was a situation years back. You'll read it in a minute. And it was kind of with the news media, it was compared. Sandy Bottoms was compared to Dunblane.
Okay, see, that's interesting because I've done a fair amount of research and now I have a whole new thing to look into and I never even heard of this. So
we're about to crack the case right here, brother.
All right, so Dunblane happened March 13th, 1996, which is the 73rd day of the year. The day numerology of this is 3 plus 13 plus 96 equals 112 day numerology. 112 is the alt emergency dialing code by coincidence, of course. The Jesuits also operate in 112 countries. Very special number to these secret societies. In the language of Gematria, blank equals 112. Interesting. Let's look at the shooter's initials. A equals 1, L equals 12 for another 112. All media reported Adam weighed 112 pounds. That's right. I do remember that. Every article had to say the 100. That's how I remember the 112 pounds. Yeah, exactly. They didn't say the 5'3" or anything like that.
And I'm sorry to interrupt. Sometimes I have to interrupt to make points, and because there's just a million endless points. Like if there was a bank robber and he got away with it and they were looking for him, I could see him saying the 210-pound bank robber. You know what I mean? But this guy supposedly did this and then killed himself. So we don't need to know his weight. You know what I mean? I mean, why would all media have to say the 112-pound Adam Lanza? Go ahead.
Yeah. And also you can comment on there we go, the actual comments, because I think you're commenting in the private chat there.
Oh yeah. I see. That's the thing. When I go to chat, when I'm on comments, there is no way for me to comment right now. But if I go on private chat, I thought maybe my message would go on there. Why did Blue Vaughn get blocked?
I just blocked him because let's see. He had several the comments are gone now, but it's basically several ad hominem attacks. Hey, Will, why don't you go yell at some cops instead? Who's this guy? He's an idiot. Will, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Now, I welcome constructive criticism, and if there's anything, and this is what the new policy has been, and I forgot about this new policy, but I'm going to reiterate the current policy. Shout outs to Zach for this powerful information here. Everyone go check out Gematria Effect News 25. That's Gematria Effect News 25, Gematria Effect News.
Welcome, Zach. I see.
And then also go and just put Gematria Effect News into the YouTube search function, and then toggle it. I like this hand motion. I don't know if this is Illuminati hand motion, but it's my hand motion. And then toggle it so it says channels, and you get Gematria Effect Sports. He's got all the channels. Subscribe, hit the bell for all of them, because you never know when he's going to be going live on which of the channels. And then there's also Gematria Effect.news. So check that out as well. But the policy is here. If you guys want to criticize, that's totally fine. If you even want to throw a couple jokes at me too, that's fine. A couple ad hominems, I don't even mind. I don't mind. But if you really want to be taken seriously, apparently Bamboo Soldier saying only.
Bro,
if you want to be taken seriously, let me just say this, Richard, and I'll let you talk. You have to point out what specifically I said was factually incorrect, or what I said was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like an idea. You pick a problem with my argument or my idea, then we could talk. But if you're just going to say you're an idiot all day, you're a loser, go get a real job, you're a moron, your guest is a moron. That's a waste of time. Get the fuck out of here. I don't got no more time for that. Sorry. You can attack me all you want. Look at me. I got red here, right? I got a whiz. That's the thumbnail.
The guy clearly didn't take the time to listen to anything we just said. So.
No, he got triggered. He got triggered by words, and he had to go. And he needed a safe space, so I just helped him get to that fucking safe space away from me. I mean, the thing is, you want to be on my nuts, but I'm not letting you be on my dick. So you're gonna have to find someone else's dick to go be on this beautiful Monday afternoon. So I don't got time for it no more. Used to have time for that, but I don't got time for it no more. All right. Now we're getting back to the numbers. And you know what? I find some of this, the numbers, pretty interesting here. So we're going with starting from beginning. Dunblane happened, 73rd day of the year. The day numerology equals 112. Jesuits in 112 countries. The Gematria of you-know-what, that place, equals 112. AL initials add up to 112. And then every thing, and I definitely remember this, every news article, the 112-pound shooter, Adam.
And his birthday's in there too.
Is April 22nd. Can't ignore that is the 112th day of the year using the leap year. At first, they thought his brother, you know who did it, in Gematria, his name equals 112. See why we don't believe these people even exist? Fig Newtons, where Sandy Bottoms is located on the 73rd meridian.
That's hilarious, bro. We can go through the Sandy Bottoms ritual here, but we can only say half the words.
And if you guys are just joining us and wondering, hey, why is this guy using code words? It's because if you're certain things, I got my first channel, the Moose. it was 86th. So in order for me to reach people, I just have to say certain things, because if I say those words.
What I tried to put in the chat, Will, was that people can go to my Richard Quinn on Facebook and
read. The link to Richard's Facebook to score along at home.
Yeah.
Click the link. It's right in the description right now. His Facebook and his Daily Dose of Gematria. But let me just make sure his is the first link. Yep. His Facebook is the first link. His second link is his Daily Dose of Gematria. Go to his first Facebook, and that's where you can score along with this. Those are the top posts there. And then also open up another tab.
Even better.
Yeah, also open up another tab, and then you got the Daily Dose of Gematria. It's in the Facebook. Give that a like, and then put this in there too.
You can show your cousin, your neighbor, your friend, your grandma. Be like, hey, hey, Pops, look how rigged all this stuff has been. I mean, the main thing I see that people don't do, they don't take the time to read or scroll through and find the gems, On Daily Dose of Gematria, all the stuff we're trying to explain to people is all right there, for them. You just have to scroll down for a minute or two and find it all,
Yes, and also, so we have Richard's Facebook in there. We have the Daily Dose of Gematria in there. I also just put Zach's website up in there where you can find all of his work and his books. And then below that has all my links too, if you guys want to get in touch that way. So if you're just joining, please find and like all of our friends and our associates, all of our pages. Share the video. It's the most important way to get the word out. Share all of the videos. That's the best way to get it out. And there's also the links to find us on social media. And I did want to say, take a brief second to say thank you to all that have been sharing, and also those kind souls who have been donating on Patreon /Demand the Truth, and my Cash App $fake Mike Real News. I appreciate it. Now let's get right back into this. We're seeing a lot of 73s, but also a lot of 112s here to keep equaling 112. So it's Adam equals 73 in Gematria, and I'll highlight it here so you can see, but it's just easier if you guys go ahead and score along yourself. Elementary school equals 73. March 13th is also the 73rd day with the leap year, and so there's 112 and 73 coded all over this. Edited from on here down because of the breaking news today. Tuesday, February 15th, 2022, the families of the settled on a $73 million lawsuit, which is obviously contrived information. Wow. Imagine the odds. After all these years we've had this riddle, it's same numbers, 73 million. Other notables.
Can I interject real quick? I think we
Please
missed
do.
a couple points. I don't know if you accidentally skipped anything, or maybe I need to edit. March 13th, 1996 is another 112.
Yep.
3 plus 13 plus 96 equals 112 day numerology. Now, some of my friends will say, oh, wow, Rich, you're into day numerology. No, I'm not. I'm exposing people who are. So I'm not saying 3 plus 13 plus 96 means so. It don't mean nothing to me. It means something to these ritualistic people who hide their deception. So 3 plus 13 plus 96, Dune Blaine happened on 112 day numerology. And what was the other one? There was one more that I know wasn't in there. And I'm trying to, Newtown is on the 73rd meridian. Adam Lanza equals 73. And I don't know if it's elementary or elementary school. I need to look on that one. But Zach's put the videos out before, and he lays it out much better than I do. And those videos usually get taken down. So.
Yep. So that's why it's important for you guys to share this videos. And I'll say one more thing before we get into the last two paragraphs here, because it is important and time is of the essence. Any one of my videos that you'll see on either this channel here, Fake Mike Real News, or Demand the Truth, my other channel, it's absolutely yours for the taking, the picking, the having. You can edit the videos. You can take clips of the important things I say. You can share the videos. You can copy the videos. You don't have to give me credit or none of that. I don't care about any of that. Now, if you're going for Rich or Zach stuff, you better ask them permission first. But as far as my work goes,
Zach's in the chat. You can ask him if he minds if we play the.
Yeah, Zach.
Zach calls the NFL.
Rich was wondering, and I definitely want your permission too. But we're gonna talk about Kobe too. We're gonna maybe play that thing. And if Zach's still here, I would love for it to give us the thumbs up at playing that. But yeah, feel free to get the video. I can't say you can't do that for thanks, Gematria Fake News. Cool. So we're gonna play that NFL call because I'm really curious to hear that. So stay tuned for that, guys, and share the video. And feel free to screen record and upload all my stuff, all Zach's stuff. You just heard it from there.
His phone call to the NFL exposes the ritualism, the day numerology, and it's all in 5 minutes. I'm always amazed over the years just how much exposure he does in this 5 minutes, and it's really designed for somebody new, because then it sheds some light on something they never even thought before. It's like, wow, that's scripted.
And I'm sorry, Rich, but this is why we do this. We need to, because I love Old Angry Boss. I love Frank. I love Johnny Truth. I mean, Johnny Truth is such a great dude. I've never met Johnny Truth. He's such a great dude. I've never met half these motherfuckers. But I love him.
Zach answered. Sorry to interrupt. Please make your point. But
Zach, Zach said anyone could use the stuff. He doesn't mind. So you guys got it free from headquarters. Our stuff. Go ahead. And I'm assuming the same goes for you there, Rich.
Yeah, absolutely.
So get it out. Get out the information, guys. Get it out. So that's why
we're doing this. You know,
we need you guys to share this with new people, because unfortunately we're just kind of banished to our one little corner of the internet, and the only way we reach new people is if you guys just ask your friends and your family and your people on your timeline, what do you think about this
censorship? There's also censorship, Will. So sometimes when we have people sharing's fine, but you have only a limited audience. So sometimes sharing has to be like in person, where I hand my phone to my friend and let him, read off my phone where it's there. Because you share things and 6 people see it, you think 1,000 people are seeing it, but only 6 people are seeing it.
And that's why people go to send it to text messages, emails, Facebook Messenger, tweet it out, put it up on your Facebook wall. and ask people, hey, what do you think about this? Don't tell them this is the absolute truth and there's no questioning this and you're an idiot. No, say, hey, what do you think about this? And then you start a dialogue. And then you guys start hanging down the rabbit hole together, smoking blunts, eating vegan tacos, right? So
Exactly.
I want you guys to please put in the chat where you're coming in from. Tune in, and I'm gonna read these 2 paragraphs. I'm gonna turn back, and I want to see where you guys are tuning in from, because I might just be hitting the road in the next day or two, and I want to see where you guys are coming in from, and maybe you guys. I wish I was hitting the road to go own those damn Brooklyn Center police out in Minneapolis, but we're not going to do that. We ain't going to do that. Other notables. This event happened in the year of the dragon. And who was the hero on the scene? It was Patrick Dragon. We didn't get footage of him speaking on television because we were too busy showing off a you-know-what drill at a school 20 miles away saying it was Sandy Bottoms. There's a picture of Patrick Dragon standing next to a license plate where all we see is the number 56. And he supposedly died of the cooties, which equals 56, and one of the huge numbers of you-know-what, as we've shown. Now, this is a huge number in Gematria, I believe. In my short time looking into Gematria, 56 is a big one, I believe. 201. I keep also seeing 168 in a lot of places, and that's also the fire ratio. I'm going to love to ask you guys about that, but we're going to save it. We're going to keep it to 56 and 112 and 73 here. All right. Oh, yeah, this was crazy. You guys remember this? I totally forgot about this, dog. Gabby Petito had her 2013 Irreplaceable video for Sandy Shoals. Funny how it was 1 minute and 12 seconds long. Wow. Don't you find it strange that she supposedly got murdered and she was a poster person for Sandy Shoals? Just like Peter Dragon. Wow. That means nobody could ever ask these people questions about it.
Because they're not there no more. Conveniently every single time.
Wow. And so there's a link to Zach's video on this. I will play Zach's NFL video. There's no way in hell I'm playing Zach's video on this.
Yeah.
You guys should go watch
play
it.
That video.
You guys should go watch it, but
exactly.
But you guys should definitely go watch it before it's too late and save it before it's too late. And I'm gonna watch that video after the stream, but I'm just not gonna watch it right here, right now, right here. All right. All right. So now we're gonna be getting into the wildfires. Now this is always something that has been really strange to me because you see shit that's like, all right, this shit burns, but this shit's way more flammable and it's right next to it, and this shit's not burning. It's just weird.
Right.
I'm not a forensics fireologist here.
And the fires also know where the borders of the United States is as well.
They've been very nationalist, these fires, yeah. So it's a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, and it's not like something you can get a lot of firsthand information from unless you're there and seeing, what's going on, and it's tough to be in the middle of California wildfire. So let's see what Gematria may be able to decode for us. All right. So this is from Daily Dose of Gematria. You can find the links in the description to all the Gematria, Zach's channels, Richard's pages, my stuff. Check it out. Daily Dose of Gematria. I really think people need to see this. It shows the city's birth date was the date it was by the numbers, the coordinates of the city. The date of the fires started, and then the Gematria also matches that. Proves ritualism like all of our riddles do. Oops, sorry. There we go. November 18th, 2018 is reported. Paradise, California burned down and destroyed. We write that 11/8. Los Angeles has also been burning since that reported date of 11/8. Why is that date interesting? Los Angeles is on the 118th meridian. LA was once established on September 4th, the day leaving 118 days left in the year. When the Dodgers won it all in 1998, it was October 20th. To get the day of numerology, it's 10, which I think is usually pretty late for baseball, I thought, but 10/20/88 equals 118 day numerology. How about the mayor, bitch ass Eric Garcetti, 118 and oh man, I hate that guy. I love him though. Another example of someone named accordingly and born and bred to be. I mean, this guy, he's an actor with or without Gematria. He's a tyrant. A few things.
So let's make sure, Will, that the people listening to this get it real quick. LA happens to be on the 118th meridian. It was established on the day leaving 118 days left in the year. You know, you have the Dodgers game back in 1988. Well, it's a coincidence then, I guess, that 10 plus 20 plus 88 equals 118 day numerology, the day they won the World Series. All the fires were reported on 11/8. I mean, so it's real clear to see here in the early going that the number 118's been around with LA since it was established. They purposely, it was on the 118th meridian, so they purposely established the town on the day leaving 118 days left in the year. That's evidence to ritualism.
And it's all like the as above, so below with the astrology as well too, and the ley lines. These people are into that stuff, and there may be something to that. And again, Richard's not saying that he's necessarily into it. He's just saying that, hey, look at this. This is just the shit that's these people is doing. This is how the shit adds up. So you guys make of it what you will. All right. A few
Hopefully
things.
people start standing up and being stand-up people, and so we can collectively confront these people. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean that's my, and that's why, and that's, and I want to take a sec to say, you know, because I'm just gonna be honest with everybody here. There's gonna be people coming in here. They're saying, "Oh, Will, shut the fuck up with this Gematria numbers. Who cares? Oh, Will, this stupid. You know what? I don't even give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if I have a group of people that literally think that the second coming of Satan is coming, but if they want to abolish the government, and if they want to stand up for our rights, and they're not about violence and doing everything consensually, sign them up, pick them up, right?
Can't worry about the people who won't even put in the effort to listen to a 5-minute video.
The thing is, no matter what, like, we don't need Richard to tell you to break down any of this. We don't need Zach to break down any of this. You don't even need me to be sitting here. All you need to do is you need to go outside of your house, and then you'll see, oh, Walmart production center is on fire. Meanwhile, Main Street is all closed. You'll see you have no rights. You'll see you're voting for two old white racist wizards, puppets, right? I don't have to tell you your freedoms are gone. The fact that you watch people get arrested for going to church, arrested. You saw cops pulling families apart at funerals. Yeah, I showed you cops shutting down.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I showed you guys cops shutting down burger joints in the heart of DC. You think they shut down McDonald's? No. Me and Richard don't have to tell you anything. The reason Richard and I are here is we're trying to wake up the other people that are in a daze, and there's different ways to do that. But we need the most from people, the people that know what's up. There's two things we need from you. We need you to come out September 11th, 2022. The event's on his Facebook page and my Facebook page. We need you to come out there, and we need you to be nonviolent, right? And we need you to get out there and do your own thing and share the videos. Share this information. Even if you say, hey, you know what? I like what Will's saying. Or I don't like what Will's saying, but I like what Rich's saying. Or I don't like what Rich's saying, but I like what Will's saying. But Will, just his annoying nasally voice and the red hair sucks. That's fine.
No, not at all.
Just take the information I cover. Just take the shit. I always put it up on screen so you can go look it up yourself. Just take the information. My name is completely removed from it. And then you just give them the information. And then they're like, all right. So this is why we're doing this, guys.
You got to care. You got to learn. And then present, you know.
Yeah, we got to care. We got to have empathy for our fellow human and self-preservation for
Effort and
ourselves.
care. That's what it takes, effort and care. You can't just click share on something and just not even type a heading or,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
should say, I would be curious to see what you guys think about this information. Da, da, da. And yeah, you're right. You're right. You got to put effort to it. I mean, but
you're just
some people,
sharing a million things a day and not even typing a heading or showing people in person or explaining it to people or forming these groups. You're really not putting in the effort that we need.
no, we definitely. I mean, what I'm telling you guys is the bare minimum. I mean, we
Well,
definitely.
that's what we've been, and that's not against people, but I mean, as a
No, but
whole,
you
we
honestly, I'm
haven't
glad
been
you
very.
said that. I'm glad you said that because we need more than the bare minimum now. I mean, they instead of locking down the people that bone kids, they locked us down. So I mean, we need a little more. We need your, we need your help, guys.
In
Because otherwise,
Oklahoma City, we're doing that, Will. And that's what the beauty is the people that showed up in OKC and Dallas are the foundation. And when we make it to where we have thousands of people, now we can show up and say, hey, we're here to expose you for all these rituals, and we want an answer. And the cat's out of the bag. You know what I mean? Because we have
yep.
overwhelming evidence.
So
And
we're
then
gonna
from
be
there, that's been my goal since I found Zach's work, man, is to help form something like that. Because if they can kill me out here, bro, I don't care. Whatever. My friends always say, "Oh man, if you're messing, if you're helping expose the government, maybe you're on a list or something." If it is like that, then it is what it is.
if you're not on a government list, you're a bitch. That's how I feel, and I'm so thankful to Zach for putting that event on and getting out there and being more than just a keyboard warrior because that's what we need, and I really have a lot of love in my heart for Zach for what he was able to do, and it was beautiful because I believe I made a new friend in Zach, but more than that, I made a lot of new friends out there, and it's just I really see it as the beginning of something awesome, and I can't thank the Matrix enough for taking me with and allowing me to do that. So everyone go check out Zach's channel, Gematria Effect News 25, and also check out the Matrix 20. The Matrix doesn't do Gematria, but he's the truth, man. He's the truth.
No, man, I got to meet him, and I wish I would have got to chill with him a little more. And I'm sure I will in the future. And I've been watching his videos too. He's a really cool guy, really
Yeah,
knowledgeable, really smart.
knowledgeable, smart. He's one of the most loving care, and honestly, like he's changed my life in at least 2 or 3 ways. He's so wise, like, and guess what, bitches?
He's a
Hold
good
on,
guy to have on your side. I can tell that.
he is, and uh, and in 2 days, well, I won't be officially vegan for a month because I did slip up here and there and ate some things that wasn't vegan. But he changed my life with that, and he also, man, I was in a funk. I was in. I'll start reminiscing over the Matrix later. I'll save that because we're only one paragraph left here. But trust me, everybody, the Matrix is the motherfucking man. Subscribe to
Guys,
the Matrix 20. We love him. He's the man. I'll do that off camera. I'll dick ride
and
the Matrix off
you know
camera.
what, bro? Let me say this:
What up, Kayla?
After the California fire riddle, we have Kobe Bryant, and that's a
Oh,
tough
and
one.
the NFL. So we ain't going anywhere. We still got some streaming left to do. I can't. Everyone stays tuned for the special treat of the Zach calling in the NFL. I'm excited for that one. So we got one
You're gonna love
paragraph
it, man.
left, and we still got Kobe. We got Kobe. All right. So the last paragraph here, these wildfires, we're talking about 118, right? So a few things to back it up more. We had this 118 riddle for a year, and the movie came out starring John Cena playing with fire. Any idea the release date? 11/8/19. Then you take the Gematria, Los Angeles, California, 118, Paradise, California, 118. Wow, there's plenty more. You can subscribe to Gematria Effect News on YouTube. Zach Hubbard always explains things better than you do. You're a humble dude, but I think you're doing a great job, and I actually like the work you do because I think it's good for newcomers because you're able to synthesize the stuff and not overload people. And I think Zach has been getting very good at
Think
that.
about it. Think about this, Will. Think about this. Say a new guy stumbles across Zach's video. He's going to hear 58 and 74 and 33. And he's going to be like, this guy's just some conspiracy theorist with numbers or whatever. And then he's going to never watch a video again. So what I've done is kind of made it like kindergarten. You know what I mean? So if a new person reads all the information that I have typed out here, and they're like, wow, I just learned 9/11. I just learned Super Bowl 52. I learned Super Bowl 51. I learned the California fire. Now when I watch Zach's videos, his daily videos, I understand a million times more. You know what I mean? They're not going to now dismiss his work. They're going to want to see the next video.
Because just like every aspect of every angle there is to this, because it truly affects every aspect of our life, it's a daunting experience to look down all of this, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming when you realize.
Well, there's a million different. There's a million different topics, events. It's the news daily that he's exposed. So, and that goes with politics, sports, celebrity, their agendas. So, yeah, Zach's made thousands and thousands of videos. We can't get all the information out there at once, but we have endless information.
And again, if you're just joining, share the video, and please find the links in the description so you can go ahead and read along, because I will be skipping over controversial words. Okay. Kobe Riddle typed again. You've probably read 9/11, Cootie virus, California fires, and Super Bowl 52, and the kneeling. This one has lots of information that's controversial to some. We can't help what we see, but after you read this, you should probably think Kobe was murdered or another fake death. I tend to go with the second answer. First, I know a child was involved. I've helped cover so much mockery over the years that I know these evil people don't care about that and don't mind lying to you in order to sell their agenda. At the end, look at the screenshots and you'll see Gematria was definitely used here. Kobe was part of the secret societies, no doubt. First, we have a Twitter post from about 2012 stating Kobe will die in a helicopter crash. I visited the post myself, and it's an obvious alt account and doesn't speak back. The second part to this is there's a cartoon a few years ago, we covered this too, and the Twitter post called Chamberlain Heights. In the cartoon, Kobe crashed in a helicopter that was purple and gold like lake colors. Doesn't those two things right there seem suspicious? In Gematria, Kobe Bryant equals 41. His helicopter crashed exactly 41 minutes after takeoff. He died at age 41. The helicopter pilot's name equals to 41 in Gematria, Arazabayan. Also, so let's also examine the initials. A equals 1, Z equals 26. 126 was the date of the crash. His father was drafted 41 years before Kobe retired and was drafted by Golden State, which happens to also equal 41 in Gematria. Kobe once had a game where he scored 81 points. The rest of the team scored 41. In his final game, he scored 60, and the rest of the team combined for 41. And he was taken out of that game with 4.1 seconds on the clock. And his last shot was against Utah, the player wearing jersey number 41. It was the week of the Pro Bowl and right before the Super Bowl. In Gematria, Super Bowl equals 41. And we've shown mocking riddles with number 41 in Super Bowl before. The Pro Bowl was on TV when the crash happened. The score was 14-14, the reflection of 41, not an accident. He died a span of 41 days before Shaquille O'Neal's birthday, a span of 41 days after Joanne Buss of the Lakers. This tells me fake celebrity deaths by mocking numbers, and the reason could be because we're in time of the you-know-what. Funny how Kobe was buried near Corona del Mar before the start of the you know what.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the blah, 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 blah.
The Lakers went into that All-Star game with 41 wins. Team Giannis scored 41 in the first quarter, and both teams scored 41 in the third quarter. Another obvious tribute, especially knowing they play zero defense and control how many points are scored in a meaningless All-Star game. It's one big money grab for them as they manipulate the betting lines even more than in regular season games. Can't ignore in one quarter they put up 81 combined, just as much as he scored in the game. Just imagine the odds that it's not rigging that much. LeBron James had just passed Kobe in all-time scoring the day before. Imagine the odds. In Gematria, King equals 41. He passed him in Philadelphia where Kobe lived before going to LA. He passed him with the Lakers' 54th point. Bryant equals 54 in Gematria. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54 as well. Bryant equals 26, like it happened on the 26th. Philadelphia equals 21, which is the 26th prime number, special number to these elite people. Like Genesis 26, where God created man on the sixth day. In Gematria, 6 equals 26. So does God. Jordan, who got a sixth ring, athlete equals 26. We also have 26 letters in the alphabet, so a very special number to these numerologists. Funny how the Black Mamba uniforms came out on 126, exactly 2 years to the day of the crash. You see Kobe equals 113 in another cipher. Obviously, this riddle is Gematria heavy, so that shows just how high up people like Kobe were within his secret society. They love to use numbers. Kobe debuted in basketball on November 3rd or 11-3. He went around the draft. He went in the first round of the draft and drafted it, and 13th pick for another 113.
First round 13th picked.
First round 13th pick,
for 113. And you're about to read, I think, that he debuted on November 3rd or 11/3. And look at that first number there of Kobe Bryant, 113.
Yes, the English ordinal. Okay, yeah. And finally, he equals 157 another cipher. He died on the 157th day of his age. All-Star game, which happens to be a couple days after, had the clock taken off in the fourth quarter, and they had target points to win the game. Not by accident if 157 points to win, and we knew why. Attributed to Kobe and the total use of Gematria. These numbers don't just match up, trust me. At what point would you realize none of this is a coincidence? When we compare the findings to other stuff we show, it's real easy to see get played by number games. Kobe said he wanted to die young and be immortalized. Well, what better way to fake your death? There was a lot here, and to compare the screenshots with both his names, there's plenty more I can't remember. Subscribe to Gematria Effect News 24 and 25. So let's take a look at the screenshot here too. Then you can see
we already covered the 41s in the beginning. And that's the most pure cipher there, as Zach calls it. So that's why we had like 20 41s. I have more than one of these versions typed out, and there might be some of my blogging that I might have other points that I don't have typed in that one. So just so everybody knows, there's always plenty more,
Oh yeah, and that's why you have to go to Daily Dose of Gematria
or read Zach's books.
And the links to Zach's books are also in the description. Do you want to send me over that video so we can play that?
Yeah, let's see how. Well, okay. Let me leave out of here or something. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Take your time, guys. So if you're just joining, yes, we're delving back into Gematria. I'm learning stuff every day as we do this, and some of the times it's not even about Gematria. I'm learning some interesting stuff. So let's check in with the chat. And you guys never told me where y'all was tubing in from, or maybe I just forgot to look. Interesting. Helicopter equals 666. All right, so we got the link up here, bet.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to actually maybe like read that stuff that I said and then
play it.
Listen to it. Sure. That way it makes sense, yeah.
All right. So you can find this link, and all the links are in the description to Zach's verse, Daily Dose of Gematria. It's all in the description. You can get Zach's book and everything there if you want to learn some more. I'm going down this rabbit hole myself too.
Rabbit hole of facts, man. A rabbit hole of facts.
Lots of people tell me this link doesn't work for them, so I'm making a new one. Entertaining video to show new people and expose the truth. Zach Hubbard called the NFL and totally trashed them. If you don't follow sports. Remember, you still want to see what they do so you can present this to people. And that's a good point. In Gematria, Aaron Rodgers equals 63. So he could pick up his 63rd home win, and the date was October 15th, 2018. 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 18 equals 63-day numerology. So why are we surprised they came back to win 33-30 with 63 points? That more examples he gives on here should wake anyone up. So let's see.
Right there. Doesn't that make sense to you, Will, as somebody who's just learning that sports are rigged?
Say that again. Sorry. What was that, Rich? Go
ahead and pause it. Yeah.
There we go. Just turn up the volume.
Sorry, I paused it. What'd you say? Sorry, dude.
No, all I said is after reading that paragraph, you're a person who's new to learning sports are rigged. Didn't that like raise a red flag there or make sense?
Well, honestly, even in that, maybe it wouldn't have before, but I think that the 201s started really getting me. Some of the 201s is the thing that maybe it's because when
it could be any number. Will we show you a million different things from different angles with different numbers? It's just the point that they use the numbers to hide the deception. So I mean, every day there's different numbers, but yeah, they have key numbers, the 201. But what we showed here so far, and the video is great, is that it happened to be October 18th or whatever the freak date it was. It equaled 63. We look at Aaron Rodgers' name, his name equals 63. And he can pick up he's on 62 career home wins right now, and he's about ready to play Monday Night Football. So he sees a possibility here in real time that Aaron Rodgers could get his 63rd home win because his name equals 63, and it's 63 date numerology. Then he wins with 63 combined points. To me, that's hardcore evidence, proof that they're scripting it ritualistically. So go ahead and play the video there. I just want people to know my perspective.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I agree. And after this video, we're going to wrap it up after this little thing, but Murder Man Studios just uploaded Long Island Serial Killer Part 2. You're going to want to see this video. I might even talk to CPR and see if I can show a bit, but make sure you go to Murder Man Studios. That's pretty cool stuff we were doing over there, so check that out. All right, but here it goes. This is Zach K. Hubbard from Gematria Effect News calling the NFL headquarters. Awesome.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling National Football League. How may I help you?
Yes, can I talk to the Hollywood scriptwriter for Monday Night Football, please?
One moment for me.
Awesome. She knew who to connect me to. That was cool.
That's hilarious.
Looking for that Hollywood scriptwriter. If you guys didn't watch Monday Night Football, that's how they closed it out. They said it was a Hollywood script.
Thank you for calling the National Football League. Please share your comments, and we will direct them to the appropriate parties. We appreciate your call.
Hey, thank you so much for taking my call. I wish I was talking to a live person, but I'm sure you'll want to call me back ASAP. Please get that phone number that I'm dialing from off the voice recorder. Anyway, I was watching Monday Night Football tonight, and I just got to thank you. It was such a great Hollywood script. I loved how the commentator he blurted it out. What a Hollywood script. You see, you guys have helped me build up this following because I figured out how your games are rigged, and now people like to learn from me. And, before Monday Night Football was even played, I said, Aaron Rodgers in the language of Gematria, which is, mostly a Jewish language. Let's be honest about it. The name Aaron Rodgers sums to 63. He's going to pick up his 63rd home win tonight on Monday Night Football. And sure enough, he did. Over his favorite team, the 49ers, where he played at Cal. He thought he was going to be drafted by the Niners. And wasn't it funny that the game was 49 days from his birthday playing the 49ers on Monday Night Football? But anyway, Aaron Rodgers, 63, picked up his 63rd home win. It was a date with 63 numerology, and I'm sure you know what the score was there. I did just ask the woman to connect me to the Hollywood scriptwriter, so I'm sure you know that the score was 33-30, 63 points. We also know over here that MNF's 33. We know how you guys love that number. Synagogue of Satan in your satanic gematria cipher, NFL 137, the 33rd prime. We love it all over here. We're enjoying the scripts. We're waking up the masses. Our whole goal is to make it so that you guys have a 0 rating and nobody shows up at these taxpayer paid for stadiums. Also, what was real sick of you guys this week was what happened over there in London. I told my people it was a big Seattle ritual. The Raiders and the Seahawks had last played 206 weeks earlier. Seattle's the 206 area code. Wembley Stadium equals 206. And Pete Carroll, who loved to chew his... don't you guys just love how Petey chews his bubble gum all the time, like he's a big cow chomping on a wad of grass? Anyway, Pete Carroll, he's just so energetic over there. But Pete Carroll, he became the winningest coach in Seattle history all time, picking up his 82nd regular season win, where Seattle equals 82. Cutie's on his 82 career losses all time, counting his years with the Jets in New England. Anyway, we see it all over here. We're talking about it before it happens. Your scripts are hilarious. Keep them coming. Hoping Robert Roberts still has his job there. What a great name, Robert Roberts. If I have ever a child, I'm probably going to name him just after my man there, Robert Roberts. That's you listening right now, Robert. Keep on keeping on, brother. What was your dad's name? Dave Davidson, the son of Steve Stevenson. What else? Debbie Dills. That wasn't your mother. That wasn't your mother, was it? Debbie Dills? Oh no, that was the lady who saw Dylan Stormroof. You guys are the best over there. I know how you guys script the news and the sports together. Were you the writer for Dylan Stormroof too, Robert Roberts? You guys keep it up. Pretty soon you're all going to be exposed. It's been a long time coming. You guys are the best and the worst all at once. Anyway, looking forward to your phone call. Maybe you can help me write our next book together. Give me some more things in history that I'm overlooking. We've tried to cover all the years of the rigged NFL. And don't feel alone there. You know, we're covering all the rigged sports, the MLB, the NBA. We know you and your cousins, they run it all. This isn't anti-Semitic, is it? I hope not. Speaking facts shouldn't be anti-Semitic, but we know who runs all these leagues. We know who's into the Kabbalah and the Gematria and naming their children with whatever ridiculous name has the right numbers, like Robbie Roberts. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm talking your ear off. Look forward to the scripts this week. Hey, Thursday night football tomorrow night. I see how you guys have it synced up with the Pope. Oh, and God, that was good. Before we go, I know I said I was going to go, but I got one more. I loved what you did on Christopher Columbus Day. You synced up the MLB with the NFL. You had the genocide of the native teams. The Braves knocked off. The Indians knocked off. And then what happened there in the Redskins game? Oh, my God. The Saints, the Catholic symbolism on Christopher Columbus, the Jewish guy paid for by the Catholic Church. What was the score? 43-19, 62 points. Genocide equals 62. The Dodgers beat the Braves 6-2. Drew Brees has a wide open receiver. I mean, I could have put out any Pee-wee football team out there. They would have been closer to that receiver there. I mean, then God, it's just embarrassing. But anyway, 62-yard reception, the record breaker.
You are approaching the maximum length for a recording. Finish your recording after the tone.
A complete burial.
Yeah, I guess that was the end. All right, Robbie. Until next time.
What do you say to that, man?
That's hilarious. Oh my God. I'm hoping I'm pretty sure he didn't, but I'm hoping he gets a phone call back. Yes, actually, you're completely right.
No, that was about 4 years ago when he did that call. Maybe three or four. He's not gotten that call back, bro. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, Richard, any other final points or things you want to make? Give us your things to check it out. Your links are in the description. I'm going to be standing down here while you do that.
Yeah, I'm not some big YouTuber or nothing like that either, man. But you know, I have a great following of people, and I've seen your texts, guys. I can't answer the text and do this at the same time because I'm focusing on this, but I'll get back to y'all in a minute. But yeah, people know where to find me, Daily Dose of Gematria, but really, I'm just a billboard to Gematria Effect News, and peacefully I want to confront the ritualistic government together. And it starts with learning what we're showing you here. I think this is going to be a pretty good video, man, and I hope it gets out there a little bit. And all people really got to do is go to my page and read the rest of the stuff we're not showing. If they would have read along with you, I think they can understand it and see it a lot clearer, you know.
Yeah, go test this stuff out for yourself, guys. The links are in the description. And I want to, if you go to my Facebook, which is Will Turbid, I'll put how you spell my name.
I'm glad you said that. I want to address this here. Go ahead. Please.
No, go ahead. I'm just going to put this in the chat, but this is, you can scroll down and find this event This is how you find my name. Christopher says, Will, are you going to be in New York City? I don't know. Does Pinocchio have wooden balls? Yeah.
I think he did.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Yeah, let's talk about this.
Well, this is I'm looking at this post that you made, which is wonderful. This is an example right here, though, of the limited audience / censorship. I think that post right there should have more than 63 people interested.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody commenting. I don't see nobody posting on there. I mean, you or me, or a few people, but out of the 200 say people we invited, if not way more than that, how come people aren't commenting on there and making their own posts? That's what a group page would do.
Yeah, and Zach, if you're watching, I did make you I did make you a thing. You can see
host.
that
You made him a host, and
he has to accept it though. Right now the hosts are me, you, Titus Frost, and we got one other host. I don't know if they want to be named by that, but it's me, you, and Titus Frost. So yeah, let's get Zach on there. And I'm gonna be setting up more and more interviews with different people. I forgot to ask Leo Zagami, so I'm gonna message Leo Zagami and see if he wants to, get everybody down there. So that's what I'm gonna be doing the next over the span of this summer, is trying to get everybody on board. So
I don't think Zach knows Facebook
all
is.
right, Zach says he's gonna start hyping it now.
Well, tell him he's got to go through his notifications and find that invite so he can host, and then he can post on there, and then maybe we can make this group page or whatever it is be like a festival or a carnival,
What we should do is we should
right now it's a ghost town.
We should get our subs, and we should all donate to one of those cameo people to get like Ricky Berwick or Wu-Tang Clan to say, make sure you guys come down September 11th and protest and non-violent. That's my Berwick impression. It's not the best.
That'd be cool if something. Yeah, because we're definitely coming. So why don't we might as well grab their attention too.
Yes.
I'd love to just go to the mayor of New York and tell him the 9/11 rule myself. He'd have nothing to say. He'd be shut down, man.
I want to go see the mayor of New York and tell him to suck a dick. Suck a big fat dick.
Well, who's ever went up to any of these people and said Flight 77, blah, 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 blah? You know what I mean?
I will tell you what, because I love you guys, because I love the Gematria people, I will, next time I confront somebody, and I got a couple people coming up too. I don't want to give it away, but I'll talk to you and Zach behind the scenes, because then if they know, they're gonna make plans accordingly. So we like to catch them off guard, and we're not gonna do anything violent, but yeah, I want you guys to go ahead and join this little because it's little now. We need to make it big, and I need over 100 people on this, like today. This is going to be the anniversary of 9/11. We need to be out there. So Richard, thank you so much for coming on and spending all this time with us today.
My pleasure, sir.
Richard, you can find all of his links in the description. To Daily Dose of Gematria is on Facebook, right?
Richard, and if you're out there and you follow us, if you can't say the truth of 9/11 the way I have it typed out, I just strongly urge you to go to my pages and learn it. Take the 10 minutes to memorize it. And then you can present it to people and start waking people up, We don't do this for nothing. And there's always going to be those people who don't care and only care about themselves and what they got going on. You just always have to move on to the next and find stand-up people who care.
Yes. Absolutely. You got to plant the seed and keep it moving. Johnny Appleseed. So you're going to want to go to Gematria Effect, type in channel, and bam, you want to hit the subscribe to all this. I don't know if that's Zach or not, but I know all these are. So I subbed, and that's awesome. And of course, check out Kayla Decode Talker.
One last
thing. Than a dog. It's a dog with the snapback. We're just gonna get that little puppa whisk. All right, what's your last point?
She does. Kayla does great work. Yeah,
she does. And while Rich is talking, I'm going to shamelessly promote my own thing, herosoapcompany.com/fake Mike. I would like you guys to start purchasing soap here. It's run by veterans. Donations go to underprivileged veterans. You get all natural soap, and portions go to me too. It's dope stuff. I use it. Please go to, you also get a discount too. So herosoapcompany.com/fake Mike. That's in the description too. Please help me out, but you're also helping veterans. And you're actually, the reason why I want you guys to do this so much is because I want to feel like I'm doing something. I want dopamine to go off in my brain to feel like I'm actually helping veterans. And you have to buy soap anyways, unless there's some of you out there that don't use soap, and then we're going to have a whole another video.
You can ship me some. Well, I got you, bro.
I mean, you don't have to buy any, but if you're going to buy any, I can't ship it to you. The company does. You just go to herosoapcompany.com. Right. That's herosoapcompany.com/fake Mike, MIC. One more time, herosoapcompany.com/fake Mike, MIC. And you go there, you order, you get a discount. It's automatically, a portion goes to me. Automatically, we're helping the vets. Automatically, you're getting some good
just
stuff.
Type me after the show here. Just type that to me in Messenger, and
I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for everybody. It's in the description too, if you really want to, guys. But I want to again thank. Gematria Effect News. Thank you so much for doing that. It's right there. So please support. Please check out Zach. Please check out Daily Dose of Gematria, and please, please, please join us this September 11th, Ground Zero. We're going to be nonviolent. We're going to be there. And even if we don't change the world that day, which we may not, but it's going to be yet another momentous occasion, and we're gaining forward, and we're going to be networking. And we're going to...
I'm going to lose my voice because I'm going to try to tell thousands of people the 9/11 riddle in my own words. And that's all I'm going to be doing all day long on the megaphone.
And we need people of all stripes getting out there. Yes, Johnny Truth says, unselfish Zach is doing a plug for his brother. That's right. For the Truth community, for the soldiers. Hero Soap for sure. That's right.
I haven't even read the comments. I appreciate all the people.
Yeah, you have to go back and look. I mean, everyone was very was loving you. So
we can do this anytime, man.
Great community that we have, because even though it's just me and Rich out here, we're streaming with all you guys. And yeah, Deanna, check out the videos that I have on Ground Zero. Guys, I'm getting an important call. I'm going to let you go. Please check us out. Fake Mike.